sudden, I was like, "What the hell's going on here?" It would let me do shit. It was like almost like frozen. Like it was weird.
Damn. I blame Capcom for this.
We blame Capcom. Well, they do need to fix their server. So, and they do need to, put in like where you could pick your region, especially on Street Fighter, of who you want to fight. Because these people with these from just anywhere to have these bad connections, man, that's terrible.
I wish there was like a setting so that like you can block out everyone that's playing from like McDonald's or
Yeah,
Starbucks.
or something. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They need to have something where it shows, if they don't have a connection like yours, they can't play you. They can only play people with the same connections they have.
Oh man, like yeah, 2020. I'm looking to do more, go to more locals again.
I remember you saying that. Yeah, that's good. Hopefully, work won't keep you too busy that you could do that.
Yeah, I wish I could bring you along, but I already
Oh,
know you have your reasons and issues with public places and
yeah,
stuff. So.
yeah. Well, we are live,
All
people.
right.
Okay. The final TTFP Pro Talk of 2001. I am TTFP. I mean 2019. Sorry, just seeing if you guys were awake. No, seriously. I am
Mm,
TTFP, and welcome to Pro Talk. Okay, and I have somebody in here who is an enthusiast like me when it comes to fighting games. Introduce yourself.
well, it's my name is Fista Sage, part of the Philly FGC, who occasionally makes an appearance down there due to my busy work schedule. But yeah, how's it going, y'all?
Okay, so let's get into our first topic. 2019 has been a pretty good year for fighting games. We have seen a lot of content drop for these games. We have also played some betas this year that gives us a good look at games releasing next year. Okay, I'm very excited for Grand Blue Versus, and also looking forward to 2020 because I'm sure there will be a Guilty Gear Strive beta coming out. I'm hoping it anyway. Um, I'd like to see that. So
I
I'm
got
just
my
gonna.
fingers crossed for KOF 15 to come out.
That wouldn't be bad too. That wouldn't be bad either. Um, so I just want to recap for you guys with Fist some of the things that happened this year. Okay, and one of the main reasons why I feel like 2019 was a good year was the fact that everybody got better at fighting games. Okay, we have some good tournaments. Okay, we had Ashland Arslan Ash winning Tekken Evo. Uh,
Congratulations, Arslan Ash, for pretty much turning the entire world into the world of Tekken. I mean, bringing more attention than any of the other esports. That's been evident. So yeah.
yeah, we had Item beating Punk for $250,000.
Yes, Laura Mains.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like this year has been excellent for me because I really improved the way I play fighting games now. And I'm more willing to do combos during a match. I'm more willing to look at the mistakes I made during a match than I did previously. Now, I'm going to mention a few things that happened this year that stood out the most to me. And then I'm going to ask Fist what maybe stood out for him. Now, one was Mike Ross made an appearance on Cross Counter TV. It was good to see Mike come back one last time and speak to the fans and tell us what he's been doing while he was away. Mike Ross is one of the great pillars that held up the foundation of this community, and I hope he actually does return to doing something more in the future. I really do. It's always good when we see Mike Ross, in my opinion. Um, the other thing was Capcom finally updated Street Fighter Five. Uh,
Woo!
yeah, right.
Took a
The only
while.
thing is that they still need to fix some shit. You know,
Where's Oro?
yeah, they still need to fix some shit. Like online, the lag, uh, stuff like that. They still need to fix that. I don't know why they haven't. Okay. Um, Another thing was Goichi defeated Sonic Fox at Evo. Uh, in what I would call the biggest moment for his FGC career. Okay, not because he beat Sonic Fox, but because he achieved a goal he had his mind set on and surpassed his own expectations. In the pools, he really did.
No
So my
doubt.
hat goes off to him. Okay, for doing that. What else was there? Oh yeah, and I'm sure that there are some things that happened in the FGC during 2019, include all the bad stuff that like Guilty getting kicked out of the FGC community for harassment, Low Tier God being exposed online in a video that showed him naked. Um,
Wait, what?
yeah,
This was a thing?
yes, yes.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and a few of these pro players got called out for doing things they shouldn't have been doing. Okay, overall, what I'm going to say for the fighting game community, I give this year a B plus. Okay, if I'm going to rate it. So what are your thoughts about what happened, what I just mentioned, or your highlights of 2019, Fist?
All right. Well, overall, like you said, I'd give this like a either a B plus or B. There have definitely been some disappointments, but there have also
Hmm.
been some high points. So let's see. In the world of Tekken, the fact that there have been so many like nations and like countries that have been considered like underdogs now being getting more exposure. Now you have like Pakistan, Peru, um, and like just seeing how they're able to pretty much cultivate a winning attitude that basically made everybody step their game up all at once, just in case you were feeling like, oh well, the Tekken tournament scene's getting a little boring, we're just seeing the same people, the same characters, and these competitors just show up out of nowhere and basically just said what up. you know
Exactly. You're absolutely right. That they made them step up their game.
Yeah, and like regardless of how Pakistan performed in the Tekken World Tour Finals, which in my opinion is they still performed outstanding. Like even if they didn't make top 10, but still like they performed amazingly to have even gotten this far, like further than I probably ever will even hope to get to. Yeah. But yeah, like there's just there's this whole new fire that's been lit up within the FGC. Um, let's see.
And
There have been
the tournaments are getting bigger and more of
bigger,
them.
better. I mean, they're track. I mean, now like having a fighting game player being voted as rookie of the esports rookie of the year, like that is fucking huge. I mean, for a while, like fighting games were kind of like overlooked over the other more accessible, more casual friendly like esports types, but now it's great to see fighting games on the map. Like once seeing huge stadium turnouts and everything.
Hmm.
Like this is why I get like as fucking. This is why I get as fucking excited about this as I do.
Yeah, I mean it is exciting, and now, like you said, we have new faces coming in. It's not the same people, and they're showing that they're working hard to try to make it to the top 10, which is nice to
Absolutely.
see. There's more people from all over the world trying to do this, and that's real good. I mean, the fighting game community is growing. We just need people that play at home to see that, like we've talked about.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah. Anything else?
I got a whole bunch of I got a whole bunch of things to cover. Congrats to Anakin for making it as far as he did. Like I know he would have wanted to have won the entire world tour, but he did us proud though. He did us proud.
Yeah.
Um, so let's see. As far as conduct within the FGC, like as in reference to the whole guilty thing and what transpired at Evo and other tournaments that I'm not really going to go into detail with because that itself could be like a whole other show. But
Exactly.
I would say that would be the low point, just the low points of the FGC. But I mean, to be honest, it would be more of a double-edged sword because yes, it's terrible that these things have happened, but now the positive is that these things are being exposed, these things are being talked about, and now like hopefully because of this, progress can be made to better everybody's experience and make it so that nobody has to feel like they are vulnerable in the FGC.
Mm-hmm. That's why I didn't get into it. I didn't want to get into it. I just mentioned it because I figured you would elaborate a little bit more. But yeah, that behavior can't be tolerated. And people go there to have a fun experience, not for that. So I'm
Exactly.
glad, like you said, it's being exposed for what it is.
Yeah, I mean, like I've said this to people in private, but I'm gonna say this right here. Like your reasoning, like your top reason to want to participate in the FGC shouldn't be it shouldn't be to hook up with someone. That is like the worst reason you should use as like a a motivation to be in the FGC. No, you want to be around people that enjoy the passion just as much as you do.
Mm-hmm.
And now, if something genuine happens between you and somebody else, then that's great and that's awesome and that's to be celebrated. But that shouldn't be your primary motivating factor. Otherwise, you're going to end up having incidents like, guys like Bushin style putting his foot in his mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's there for the gaming experience, not for that. But like you said, if something should happen along the way, naturally without it being forced or pressed upon you, that's totally different.
Exactly. Now, in terms of fighting game content, we've had some good releases with MK11, which earlier this year I've referred to as feeling exactly the way I wanted Street Fighter V to feel like. Um,
I think everybody
we
wanted Street Fighter Five to feel better.
oh god, yes. um, Champion Edition coming out, a Street Fighter V Champion Edition coming out, which I'm guessing is based off of what I've seen. It's kind of revitalizing people's interest in the game. I watching IDOM win Capcom Cup with a character that a lot of people kind of slept on simply because I guess they, people can talk about like Laura being unga bunga and all that stuff, but like she's not. I feel like she's a character you have to dedicate yourself towards, and IDOM was able to completely prove that.
Exactly. He brought in a character that most people don't use, and to go that far, you got to say that's an accomplishment.
Yeah. I mean, season one, I was maining Laura too, but then I just kind of fell out of love. I fell out of love with the game, and you know, otherwise I probably would still be, using it right now. But let's see, Samurai Showdown came out this year as well, and offline the game is great. Online, it's a complete mess. So it's kind of like double-edged sword there.
Yeah, offline it's fun as hell.
Like it's one thing, like little input lag is one thing where it's like, okay, you're not able to block a move that you reacted to, but it's another thing when you have a move come out that you didn't even input. You input something completely different, and then like instead you get something else, and like for a lot of people, this just was unplayable.
Yeah, and it was and you get your ass whooped when you know that's not what you were doing.
Exactly.
And you're saying to yourself, I know I could have beat this. I know I could have beat them. What the hell is going on?
Exactly.
But hopefully that'll get fixed.
Yeah. Let's see what else happened this year. Did Negan come out this year, or was that last year?
What was that?
Negan in Tekken, did he come out this year, or was that last year?
this year.
All right, so Negan coming out was awesome. Leroy, I was extremely hyped for until like, well, let's just say he's a little too strong for Tekken right now. And if you're playing competitively and you're not maining Leroy or at least have him as a pocket character, then you're not playing to win.
Yeah, he is kind of strong. His damage is crazy.
Yeah. And the funny thing about that was like when he came out, like I wasn't even I was one of the people I was like, all right, he just came out, it's week 1, we don't really know, what his strengths and weaknesses are, but it's like, oh dear, look like what are his weaknesses? It's not tracking, it's not distance, it's not frame advantage, it's not it's not like he has a bunch of like a lot of easily reactable duckable strings. Um, so right now it's just and he's got reversals, one of which has little to like very little recovery that it can easily be used as a it's my fucking turn now type of thing. Yeah, it's like right now like that needs a little work, but still having him come out awesome, like just a really awesome character, and I bet all the Akuma mains are kind of like, thank God this happened. But let's see what else happened this year.
Well, here's one. I'll talk a little bit about it, and then you can chime in on that. Which I'm going to go back to Street Fighter. It got an update that changed some of the mechanics of the game, but in my opinion, not enough to ignore the net code or the overall quality of the game. Okay, I'll say that. That Street Fighter 5 feels like it got the update that it needed, like the addition of the V Skill 2 and some new characters was a plus. I really liked playing with Gil because he didn't feel high tier or mid tier, but he does feel like a character that has a lot of potential that you will need to work with to win. Okay, his V trigger is the best in the game in my opinion, and you need to use his V trigger because without it, the match can be much harder than it needs to be. Okay, I was really hoping that Capcom would have added, like I was saying to you before we got in there, a region select for online, but they didn't. So again, you're not having simple options to deal with the lag. Terrible, net code hurts the quality of the game. It's like options like that which can help make a huge difference in the game. It really can. In any case, it's not a game I'm be going back to play for an extended time, but but it got my attention for the moment. Okay, so I have been playing a little bit to get my attention for a moment. So what are your thoughts about what they did with Street Fighter 5? Gil coming in, and do you feel the same that there should be some changes in, the net code? What do you think about the V trigger and regional select for online?
Honestly, my only complaints would be about netcode, and like netcode is something that should have been addressed by now and improved on by now. But honestly, I can't really say enough about Street Fighter V since I haven't really played it since season 1.
You fell in love that bad, huh?
Yeah. As soon as Tekken 7 came out, it was a wrap. I was done. But yeah, like honestly, I want to get this game when it comes out on disc next year, and I'll try it out for like $30, for the $30 price point that it's coming out in. But like, as interesting as some of the tech that I'm seeing on Twitter is, I don't really see myself coming back into it hardcore like I was in the first few months of season 1. But here's something that yeah. But here's something that you might find interesting fighting game wise. The content that I'm actually most hype about receiving this year was the BB Tag 2.0 update patch.
Okay.
Yeah, like what with the addition of characters like Blitztank, Yumi. I was not expecting to like Yumi as a character, but she seems to fit one of my play styles really well. Let's see, Neapolitan. I'm actually working on an Elizabeth Susano team, sort of, and yeah, like honestly, I'm liking this patch more than like any of the other things that have come out this year. And also shout outs to the online arcade crew, Jay Bari, Chuck,
Mm-hmm.
Dre, for increasing my interest in in this game altogether with their tournaments, and I'm seeing that their tournaments are increasing in numbers. So yeah, shout outs to those guys.
We got to shout them out because they did a lot for this community, a lot of tournaments, a lot of giveaways. They did a lot for this community and tried to get more people interested in fighting games.
Totally.
So I give a lot of credit to those guys.
Yeah, I hope to one day be actually have the time to like enter one of their tournaments for something. Maybe if they're doing like a Tekken round robin or something like that.
Well, you know what? Find out. Hit Jabari up and tell him what you're looking for in a type fighting, tournament or something, and I'm sure he'll hook it up. He's open. He's open to hear
Oh
suggestions.
yeah, hey, he's a cool dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, he's open to suggestions. That goes for anybody. I mean, if you want to join his tournaments and you have a particular game in mind that you want to play, hit him up and say, "Can we do a tournament for this game or this fighting game or that fighting game?" And if he can, he will.
Yeah.
He definitely will. He has to see how much interest is there. He can't have like
yeah,
two
of course.
people, but yeah, if he finds out there's a lot of interest, I'm sure he'll hook that up. So that's for you guys listening too. It's a good way to get into fighting games too. So what? If you don't have, even if you don't win, you have fun. And you'll see these guys say, shouting you out all the time saying, "Look, man, you know, he's trying here or she's trying here." I mean, they'll give you your props even for trying. So it's a good place to start with tournaments is right online. Before you get any bigger, and you want to go to local tournaments, that's a good place to start right there with your Jabari's tournaments. Get your feet wet with competition.
Like everyone feels like, honestly, like everyone feels like a winner here. Like even if you go 0-2, you're still like you're welcome to come back. You can get to like watch all the other matches and get to laugh along with everyone else, and it's just an awesome
You went out.
time. Really.
You gone. Oh. You went out for a second.
Oh. Damn. All right. Which parts did you hear while I was talking to myself?
Well, you only went out for a second, so it was the last sentence you said.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it feels like a great time. Whether you win, lose, you get to laugh with everybody else and just enjoy some good matches.
Exactly. Let me do a couple shout outs to some people. We got Andre 6K, 7th Avenue, El Matador, Fatal Charade, and Spartan God. What's up, guys? Thanks for coming by. Okay. This is the last Pro Talk of the year, so I appreciate you taking your time out to come by and listen to us recap and talk about fighting games.
The best esports games around.
Mm-hmm.
You heard it here
first. All right. You're going to remember this. I want to get on another topic. And I'm probably going to go on a little bit, but you were in the chat the other night. Okay. And I because remember when I recently did a Mortal Kombat stream?
Oh yeah.
And had a subscriber say that fighting games are outdated. I said a little something about it, but the more I thought about it, the more it bothered me. And there are probably a lot of people that think this way about fighting games. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
In the community, I'm sure they do. Okay. One of the goals of my channel is to show people that fighting games aren't that hard to get into. They are games that you'll need, you need to put a lot of time into, but you can learn them fairly easy if you take note of what you press during a match. Okay. If you work on timing, if you come up with your own style of play, And these are just the fundamentals. Fighting games as a whole are games that can last you a lifetime, people. They really can compared to other games out there. All right. Back then, when we had fighting games, they had no internet, they had no frame data. It was much harder to find people to play with you. You had
Right.
to use quarters to play at an arcade or something, uh, and do good on the spot. Okay. Um, as we graduated from the arcade, we started getting training modes. There was no training modes then, okay, but still no frame data, still no combo challenges or tutorials. Now we have all these tools, and we also have all these tools for the game we grew up playing.
Yeah.
So they're not outdated, okay? There are players right now that discover new things to do in an old game all the time, and I mean all the time. And I could say a lot more about it, but you know I do want your opinion about this statement, Fist. Are fighting games outdated in your opinion?
No. Okay, so
I thought you were going to say fudge.
of course, because I'm hungry. Now I'm just kidding. But yeah, the fighting game community, like the competitive community, has grown considerably compared to how it was back in the old days. We went to a fucking ballroom in a casino to filling out stadiums now, and for events like Evo and stuff. We're getting more and more we're getting more and more YouTubers, more people interested in fighting games, whether it's just like passively looking at it and going, I kind of want to see what that game's all about. But here's the thing though. Here I can understand why some people, especially like within the Crumb Side community or like other like more casual communities, why they would say that. Two reasons. It would be like, number one, it would be the reasoning of, well, me and my friends don't play it anymore, so I guess nobody plays it now. Or my favorite YouTuber or Twitch streamer doesn't play it, therefore no one really cares. And to me, it's kind of like a really closed-minded mindset to have, because if you actually like took, all it takes is like a quick Google search, a quick YouTube search, you'll see like you'll see tournaments with ballroom stadiums packed full of people that are just passionate about fighting games, passionate about finding things out, putting the info out there, competing, coming up with their own contests and everything. You've got like companies like Red Bull coming into this. Countries from all over the world showing more solid. To be honest, I feel like fighting games have done a great job of increasing solidarity around the world, more than anything else. Like even the Olympics, like really.
That's true.
We've got like people supporting each other from like different countries that like previously they probably would have had some, there probably would have been some like racial tension, but now like, holy shit, here's this thing that we both love and we're both extremely passionate about. And now we've got people congratulating each other no matter where you come from.
Yep. And celebrating together.
Yeah.
I mean, and then you'll get them even talking online, talking about new characters or anything. You got people now that will support you from all over the world if your content is good. Especially in the fighting game community, if you have good content, you'll have people all over the world sub to you or check out your stuff to see what you're doing or whatever. I mean, like you said, it does bring people together to an extent.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, even like fighting games themselves have taken steps to try to make themselves a little more accessible to casual crowds, as opposed to back then. Like, if you didn't accidentally come across some tech or knew somebody that knew tech, chances are you weren't going to know about that tech at all. But nowadays, fighting games are trying to help lower that barrier of entry for casuals a little more. while still keeping the depth that they had back then for the people that have been playing them for years and years and years. And I like, honestly, these have all been significant steps forward.
Exactly. And like I said, what do you think about people thinking that fighting games are so hard with all the new stuff that you have now that we didn't have back then? Like, like tutorials, and, you got your practice, and you got, combos, and you got all this that we didn't have. I mean, you got assistants on these games now that'll teach you how to play.
Exactly. And I'm going to say the same thing that I said probably like a month ago in terms of fighting games. Fighting games are like a gym membership. You can have, like, at the end of the day, it's all up to you. You can have the best, like with a gym membership, you can have like the best equipment, the best coaches, water, a fucking, sponge bath area or some shit. But it's all up to you to fucking show up and decide you're going to push yourself to, past your previous limits. And it's the same thing with fighting games. You can have all the tutorials in the world. You can have all the amazing, you can have like, okay, story modes and all that online stuff, which in my all that offline stuff that I don't really care much about. But you can have all that, and as long as you're not willing to put in that extra, maybe that 10-30 minutes a day to try to get better at something, no one's really, I mean, you're not going to get any better. It's all up to you.
No, that's good, because I use a lot of things in life the same way you do as analogies, and that's right. Same thing in life. If you want to do something and be better at it, you can talk about basketball players, football players, baseball players. Your job. If you want to go somewhere and make, do something for yourself. School, if you want to open your own business or learn something and be an entrepreneur or something, you got to push yourself. Always. It's always practice.
Yeah. And people don't really seem to want to do that nowadays, or at least that's what it feels like to me. Although I will, oh, fuck, I forgot what I was going to say actually. But
you sound like me sometimes.
Yeah, it'll come back to me. But yeah, you really just have it really just boils down to you. A lot of people. Oh, here's what I was going to say. So I can understand why like some people would have like frustrations about being able to advance in fighting games, because unlike other games that even if you aren't good at them, they do a good job of making you feel like you're progressing in something. You can't, it's kind of hard to do that with fighting games, because in order to get a feeling of progression, you have to look beyond just how much did I win, how much did I lose. You have to know exactly what it is that you improved on or needed to improve on, and you basically have to create your own goals and try to match those goals, as opposed to a game just saying, great job, you know,
yeah, exactly.
this bunker 5 times, 10 points, something
Exactly.
like
But see, that you got to do that, like you said before. You got to do that in real life too. You always got to set your own goals and achieve them, and don't go by what somebody else says. Okay, if somebody says, "Oh, you play like shit," well, I bet when you first started, you played like shit too. You know what? So it is what it is. People are going to be hating no matter what you do. Okay, it's going to be the same in fighting games like it is in real life. You get a promotion, someone going to hate on you because you got the promotion and they didn't. It just is what it is. It's life. Okay. But fighting games can be real fun. I'll tell you. Fist, you could probably attest to this one, because I'm sure you did it too. You can have a bad day, right? And you don't want to go fight nobody and get yourself in trouble. You come home, you put in a fighting game, and you just picture that person's face and just, let me tell you something, you'll be winning some matches. Because you take your anger out, and then it's released. It's gone. It just goes away. It just goes away. Put in a fighting game. You're having a bad day, put in a fighting game. Take it out on your opponent. And it just goes away. It's like,
unless you're losing, and then you and then you start flipping out on random guy 69.
Yeah, but generally, if I'm that mad, I'm picking the character I know I could win with, period, and I'm just going to town. and I just got to get that one win. I feel better because I feel like I beat up that person that annoyed me. I just need the one. So if I happen to lose a match here and there in between, I'm fine as long as I get my first one. I'm good. I'm good
Gotcha.
because I got my frustrations out. What up, sick humor, Dave and Nesta Gamer? What's going on, guys?
Keep your
Yeah.
throats on the neutrals next.
I wanted to bring up something else. Namco has confirmed that they will not have a fighting game release for 2020. But Harada has tweeted out some stuff about Tekken Cross Street Fighter, which would be the sequel to Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Do you think this game will ever come out? And if it does, okay, when would you think it will come out? Okay, my guess is that Tekken 7 is doing as good as Street Fighter is still releasing the last of its content already has tournaments. So I'm thinking that if there's any release, it would be 2021. Okay, and also in time for the game to release on this gen's console and next gen's consoles, or it could just be a next gen release. What were your thoughts on that of what he tweeted out and the confirmation we got from Namco?
Honestly, I would prefer a next gen release simply because looking at Tekken 7 the way it is right now, there's some stuff that needs to be ironed out, and honestly, Tekken 7's successful enough as it is. It's still gaining players and followers and stuff. Like, I would say just gather as much info as they can right now from Tekken 7 and try to like perfect that and just have it released for next gen instead of trying to rush out a release for this gen.
Yeah, I don't. That's one thing I don't want them to do with any fighting games. Okay, games period, but especially my fighting games. I don't want them to rush anything. I want them to be good games that are complete, fewer patches needed, and things of that nature. So if they have to wait, and next gen's only right around the corner anyway, so if they have to wait, let them wait. Perfect it better. That's something that I want. In fighting games, I want nothing like what happened with Street Fighter V. Please, Lord, no. No. Okay, and other games where we had to get patches and fix
What,
things.
you didn't like seeing the disconnect screen 50 times?
No. No, not at all. But you know what I'm saying? That's one thing I hope for next gen when it comes to especially fighting games, but for all games, but especially fighting games. Let's make them complete. I mean, if you want to add some, new content later on, that's fine. But put in what's necessary, and not that, you put out a game and for the next week you got 10 patches. I nobody wants that. We buy a game and you're buying it for $60. You want it to be complete without all these difficulties and all these problems that we need patches for. Because that's not fair to us as the consumer. But I did know that some of the developers were listening to some of us when we were saying certain things about what we needed or what we wanted. I do see that their ears are opening up to listen to us a little bit more. I mean,
pre-order now. Sorry.
What are you pre-ordering now?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Oh, he just wanted to say it. He's pre-ordering every fighting game that's coming out on next gen console. That's what he's doing. Whether it needs a patch or not.
Hitting up Amazon right now.
But what are your thoughts about that when a fighting game comes out? Hold off if it's not complete, right? Or if it needs extra patches or something's wrong.
First of all, I need to make sure that it's system mechanics or something I can agree with. But then after that, it also depends on what is their roadmap. If their roadmap is if there's barely even so much as a demo and you're already telling me to pre-order 10 characters, then you kind of lost me there.
Yeah, demos are very important. I think we should have demos when it comes to fighting games, without a doubt, all of them.
Yeah.
And have it have it where anybody can get the demo.
Yeah, not just people who fucking pre-ordered, because I didn't pre-order Grand Blue because at first I wasn't interested in it, but now I want to try it out, and it's just like, well, shit.
See, that's the thing. The betas always should be open betas, like you said, not to somebody who just pre-orders. That's not right. That wouldn't be right. So that way, see, that's something that they need to stop, and I hope somebody's listening or somebody tells them to listen to this. For this one statement, if you want more people to play your games, have an open beta. Show them something that would interest them. If you're going to make them pre-order in order to do the beta, they're gonna say, you know, forget it. They don't want my business. I ain't gonna bother. They're not gonna bother. But you get more people interested in your game, in my opinion, if they get to try it. You may have people that try it that may not have thought they were gonna like the game, saying, oh, I kind of like this. You know what? Maybe I will pre-order. Or maybe I'll just wait until it comes out. But you're capturing a bigger audience by it being an open beta. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hold on. I had to pick something.
Oh. I thought, I was like, wait, where'd he go? Would he fall asleep on me? Am I that boring? God damn. Say fast. I was got to scream in your ear. Wake you up. Is there any other topics that you want? I have one more topic, but is there anything else you want to talk about for 2019 or gaming? Fighting games that we haven't talked about. We have one more topic, which is our goal. So.
That was gonna be the thing I was gonna.
I saved that for last. I just wanted to see if there was anything else you wanted to bring up. About any fighting games or anything you noticed in 2019 that we haven't discussed yet?
Not really. I mean, what I would like to happen is seeing more people. I mean, this is part of the reason why I get as animated as I do when I'm like posting something on Twitter in regards to fighting games. I would like to see like a little more interest in the casual crowd and like trying to, get into them the same way as they would get into, like a new Final Fantasy or something like that,
That's true. And you know what? They got to understand that you got people out here that will help you if you need the help. That's what my channel is about. I put up combos and, I putting up, I've walked you through them. I put the notes up of what, how I did them to help you out. There are people out here that will help you learn how to play if you're really interested in learning how to play.
Yeah.
That's why we put up the videos we do, because we want you to come on in, join us. That's why we do this. To open the eyes of those people who aren't sure. Don't listen to the weirdos, that say, oh, they're outdated or this, that, and the other. Watch. That's one thing I do. Watch who you listen to on YouTube. That's all. Oh, yeah. That's all I'm going to tell you. But if you see somebody that's constantly putting up content all the time about, like, if you're into fighting games and they strictly got a challenge about fighting games and talking about fighting games, putting up video clips, streaming it, talking about it. Those are the type of people you want to listen to.
Exactly.
Okay, that show what they're doing. Not people that talk about it but don't have one clip at all.
Or
out of play.
Or they'll play it like once every 6 months, and you can clearly see they're not exactly competent at it.
Because you got to realize some of these people will actually take the words of other people and use it, just switch it around so it sounds like they know what they're talking about. Yeah. But if you don't see no streams of them playing these games, if you don't see no clips of whether it be practice or clips of them fighting online, that they weren't streaming and doing combos and all that, then yeah, you got to do that. Hold on, what's it? Oh, Fatal Sharad said if they're going to do open betas, they should have the open betas on all the platforms that it's on, not just one or two. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, no, I agree with that. That's what I said. Let everybody see it. If you put it on one platform, make sure everybody has the right to it. If you put it on two platforms, both platforms should have it. If you put it on three platforms, then they should have four. Everybody should have a right. Yes, I agree with that, without a doubt. Not just one platform. No. Yeah, because you get a wider audience, and then if it gets a good response from the beta, okay, then what's going to happen is, people are going to be more inclined to buy it, and then you'll get, after this, then if they buy it, better chance of us getting another fighting game.
Exactly. And that's what we want. We want more fighting games. Speaking of which, Sega, I know you guys are listening. Please make another Virtual Fighter game. Please.
Yes, of course, I want that. Yes. No, it's just the way you said it. It made me laugh. That's what I'm saying.
Fucking do it, Sega.
What? Don't cuss at him, then go do it down.
Do it. Do it.
No, you got to get down and say, please, please, please give me another one, please.
Please.
Oh God. Oh man.
No, I'm just gonna yell at the top of the building and be like, "Do it, you bastards!"
And then they're gonna be like, "Look! You know what they're gonna do? Then they're gonna tell him, look at this crazy guy up here. Because you won't make a game. He ready to kill himself because you won't make a game." Oh God. But that's extreme. But yeah. All right. Well, let's move on. For goals. We're going to do our goals for 2020, but since I've been doing all talking, I mean, Fist done a lot of talking, but I keep going first. I'm going to let Fist go first this time. We're going to change it up. So what are your goals for 2020?
2020. Well, first of all, I'm going to eat a lot of pizza, not go to the gym, blame all my problems on my genetics. And no, I mean, all right, so fighting game wise, I'm gonna try focus on neutral, because one thing I notice is I end up being in a lot of defensive positions, mostly because I make a bad call on neutral, or I whiff something at just enough for my opponent to be able to get in on me. So goal number one, improve my neutral, definitely. I mean, it doesn't matter what fighting game you're playing, neutral is king. And if you can't control neutral, then you're fighting an uphill battle. Goal number two, go to more of my locals and my majors, which I'm hoping to do. I'm hoping to have more of a free schedule, and that's pretty much been my entire it's pretty much been my entire issue this past year, just not enough time. So I'm hoping to be able to just do more of that this year, be a little more outspoken within the community, do better, like actually make a top 8 instead of like almost making it and then choking.
It happens sometimes.
Yeah, I'm still mad that it happened though, but like let's see, number 3 would be, honestly, number 3 would be just block fucking Nina sweep. Like in Tekken, like honestly, if there's a move that you want to make sure you can get me with when you're feeling desperate, it's fucking Nina sweep. For whatever reason, I just don't react to it whatsoever. Let's see, that would, I mean, that's most of it. I actually am thinking about like trying to make Grand Blue one of my main games, depending on how good the netcode is.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, those are pretty much my goals. Plus, I want to start doing streams with you and like other people like during the weekends. So like just lobbies.
We could do that. We could stream it. We could stream it and have people, watch and comment and talk and do whatever. We can make them laugh at the
Yeah.
same time. No,
Or
that's
we. Oh,
go
sorry.
ahead. No, go ahead.
Or we could have instead of doing podcasts the way we're currently doing them. I was thinking like what we could do is we could have a lobby, and then as we're playing, we talk about all the stuff that all the stuff that interests us. So it's not like we're people are just listening to us talk, but they're seeing us talk. I mean, they're listening to us talk, but then they're also seeing, they're seeing some stuff on the screen. They're seeing
No,
some
that's a good
action.
idea. We could do that. We could do a combination of both,
Yeah.
depending on what we each have time for. No, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. And like he just suggested, I take suggestions from everybody. What you want to see, what you want to do, whatever. So if you have a suggestion, you know, no suggestion is bad. Okay, it may not be something that suits me, but it doesn't mean it's a bad suggestion. Okay, so anytime you have a suggestion, hit me up. Let me know. I'm
Sounds
good
good.
with that.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So all right. So let me do mine. Okay. One of my goals are to grow this channel and start live streaming on this channel. Because I really do have a lot of fun doing content here. I really do. And I feel like that I have something good going. I'm trying to work on a lot for this channel. Okay, we just got a new banner here. Okay, we will have a new fighting games to play here.
That banner looks fire, by the way.
Thank you. A matter of fact, anybody that watches this channel can suggest what games they want to see here or what content they're into. Like I just said, okay. One of my other goals is I improve my fighting um, style better this year, okay. But I want to improve it even further than what I did this year, okay. One of my other goals is to uh, open more people's eyes to fighting games on this channel. Okay, get more people involved. If you need help learning, hit me up. I got videos for it. Just come to the channel. You'll see videos for it. Open their eyes to see it's really not that hard to learn. Um, we can talk. Hit me up. We'll talk, and I'll give you some tips on what to do and how to do it. But like I said, I also have videos on that as well. So, but hit me up, and we can go back and forth to talk about that. There's no problem. The other thing I want to do is one of my goals is to meet more people that are like, me, Fish, Jabari, and the guys and stuff like that. That's into fighting games. I want new faces. I want new voices that want to, get together and just play. Like you said, we can get a lobby together, Fist, and do that. But let's have some fresh people come in that and listen. If you're really into it, don't be shy. You're not. Nobody can see you. Whatever. They're going to hear your voice. That's it. And watch some gameplay.
I want to see if I can get my friend Dom in on this too.
Yeah, anybody. I want new faces. I want new people around me that is enthusiastic as I am about fighting games, and diverse fighting games, not just one. I mean, don't bring on. I don't want nobody to just I just play this one game. I want somebody that plays a variety of fighting games. More people like that, because you got a lot of people out there that'll play just one fighting game or two. They're not like people like us that play a variety. I want more people to join together that play a variety of fighting games that we can all enjoy together and bring other people in and teach them.
Yeah.
I mean, the fighting game community is growing. You see it at the tournaments. So I want to continue bringing fighting to the forefront of gaming.
By the way, you're gonna love my Hagar Trish Phoenix team in Marvel 3.
Okay. All right. You've been working on that, huh?
Pipe.
He been working on that, huh?
Yeah.
All right. There was something I just wanted to ask you, and you made me forget because you did that. You told me about that. See, you made me forget. See, now he's doing it to me.
No, I'm just kidding.
He asking for a butt whooping. You know that, right? Yeah, he'll get in a fighting game. Don't worry about it. He'll get it. He'll get it.
It's gonna be Samurai Showdown.
But yeah, I want people to come and really, like if you are really serious about fighting games, come and check out this channel. Check out what Fist does. Go check out Jabari's tournaments, the online arcade tournaments and stuff like that. Check out the people who are really having fun with this. You got Sick Humor, you got Thrash with fighting games. You got people who really are into fighting games, okay? And we have fun, okay? We laugh, we joke. We pick on each other in a nice way and laugh about it. You know what I'm saying? It is fun. We do have a lot of fun over here, okay? And I'm not talking about, don't go to that crumb bullshit fake fighting game people. No, stay away from them. All right, stay away from them. But if you're serious, let us know. We're here. That's what we do this for. We will help you. It's not as hard as you think it is. Okay, it really isn't. Because back, when we were kids, you didn't have all the stuff we got now to help you out within the game. But now you also have people and a group of people that will help you as well.
Oh, to answer Fatal Charade's question, Marvel 3 is still being played. Like any fighting game that exists has a scene somewhere, whether it's online or offline, even though they're not like main stage games. So yeah, there's definitely people still playing Marvel 3. Hell, there was like a whole Marvel 2 tournament last night, I believe, that was streamed up in NYC. So yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, guys, please spread the word about us. If you have friends that like to play or interested in getting into fighting games or not sure where to start or what to do, tell them to come watch some of the videos that we posted already. Go back to the older videos even on this channel. I got tutorials up there and everything, that show you how to do a combo. I tell you the inputs so you can do it yourself, okay, and learn how to do it. But also always go to practice mode, okay? They have the practice mode tutorials there for a reason, to teach you how to play. And yeah, you're going to get frustrated in the beginning because you're not sure, and some of them can be a little hard until you get used to it. But that's like anything else in life, though. It's like when you first started to ride a bike without, training wheels. What happened? You fell on your ass. What'd you do? You got back up and you tried again. It's the same difference. You just go do it again. That's all. Just keep trying. Don't get to the point that you get so frustrated that you want to throw a controller or give up. I mean, it's only a game. If you give up, honestly, go ahead.
And honestly, if you need to take a break, just take a break.
Exactly. You can do that. It's a video game. It's not like it's real life. Like certain things in real life, you can't take a break from. You have to deal with it. But this, put it down. Say, okay, I'm going to get something to eat. I'll come back. I'll see you. I'll see you. Street Fighter or whatever game you're playing, Tekken or whatever. I'll see you in a couple minutes. I'm going to get something to eat. You're getting on my nerves right about now. Just go and do something. You there, Fist? You went out again. Hello, Fist. If you can hear me, you're talking to yourself. There you go.
Yeah, I had family in the background.
Oh, yeah, it did. Okay, so do you want to add anything else to any of this before we get out of here?
I think we pretty much covered everything. I kind of have to be heading to sleep real soon. Gotta wake up early.
Work, yeah. All right, so one thing I do want to tell you, but please hit the like button on the way out if you enjoyed what we were saying, okay? And if you don't, even if you disagree on something we said, you don't have to hit the dislike. Just leave us a comment, okay? If you want to hit the dislike, you can do that too. I don't care, okay? Just show some support that you were here and you listened, and tell us whether you like it or not. Give us some, comments with this. I also want to wish everybody a happy new year, okay? Because this is the last show until 2020. I wish you guys a happy new year and a healthy, prosperous new year in 2020 for everybody. Okay, so you guys enjoy, and I'm going to see you next time. We'll see you, Fist, and I'll see you. Oh, wait, before I say this, Fist, you got to tell them in case they didn't know. What were the names you gave us? when it comes to fighting games?
Wait, what?
You
What name?
posted it up. I'm wait, what would you call me? The Irish?
Oh shit, the Irish Fist and the Caribbean Twist.
Yeah, that was it. But yeah, so you guys, I want to thank you guys, really. And
Wait, did that come through? Because my mic just.
No, it came through.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, we heard you. Irish
Right.
Fist and Caribbean Twist. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I couldn't remember what it was. I knew it was Irish Fist and something. I couldn't think. I was like, oh my God, what did he say? That's why I had to have you do it. I couldn't think right at the moment. But yeah, guys, I want to thank you for coming through once again. And we will be back and see you in 2020. You guys enjoy. We'll see you next time.
Later, y'all.